Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope the audio is working. Good Sunday morning. I'm trying something a little different today. Hopefully, it works. We shall see. Um, Not sure how this audio is working today. I'll have to wait till somebody comes on before I can see if it actually works or not. So, the puppies got new toys today. So, if you haven't noticed, they got this new green one here. This is a new green toy, like a little atom or something. It's a pretty cool looking toy. So we went to Tractor Supply store. We did not take the puppies. We should have taken them, but they're ready to play. You guys ready? Oh! So we got three toys, two Adams and a fluffy toy. This is actually supposed to be Missy's toy. This little squeaky thing right here. This is supposed to be Missy's toy, but the big one's got a hold of it. So let me know if you guys can hear me first of all before I continue this, because I didn't have my microphone on earlier. So let me know if you can hear me. If not, I might have to cut the stream and start over just to make sure you guys can hear me. But yeah, please give me a if you can hear me, please let me know. Just put something in the chat or give me a thumbs up, something like that. So, ooh, got their attention. Is that little Missy? Ooh, Missy says no. This is my toy. Ooh, yeah. So please, guys, let me know if you can hear me, because if you can't hear me, then I need to readjust my audio. Which one do you want? Which one do you want? Which one do you want? You want the squeaky? I think the squeaky's gonna be for Missy. Missy, do you want the squeaky, baby? Missy, come here. Arr. There's that Rottweiler. Got your attention. Oh, she got my hand, y'all. Oh, that's the thing with Rottweilers and Cane Corsos, man. They got some teeth on them. Gotta be real careful. Okay, so I got a thumbs up, so that means you guys can hear me. That's awesome. I think that's awesome. I still haven't seen a comment that says I can hear you. Lion, hello. Can you hear me, Lion? Is my audio working? Hey, was my audio working? Hey, Shih Tzu. Can you give me a little bit of heads up if my audio is working right now? Okay, you can hear me? Okay, great, 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 great. I was a little concerned because I'm trying something a little new today. Uh, Hold on one second. Great. Not yet, Chloe. I was listening to all day yesterday. I listened to the other artist, the country artist. I forgot what the name of his name, but I do have it saved. That I'm going to listen to that today. So I'm definitely. So this is what I'm trying to do today. The camera a little bit. So, but yeah, I'm listening to your song today. I promise you. I promise you. So yeah, the only downside about being in front of the camera, guys, is, I like to be able to play with my dogs. So it's kind of cool to be in front of the camera and play with them. Give them the full rub down like I normally do. But I can't see the comments, so that's the only bad side. Give them affection, give them love. So I wanted to kind of show that. The other, she's in a mood today, guys. Look, she's like, don't mess with my toys. It's okay, little Missy. She's very territorial today. Storms is trying. She's trying to stay out of all the business. She's like, I got this little toy over here. I'm gonna take the and I'm cool. So I'll check on the comments every now and then. 5x5, Shih Tzu says. Yes, yes, I am definitely gonna check out your song, Chloe. Pink Skies is on the list today. The little one that rules the house, exactly, Shih Tzu. So if you know you've been on my channel a while, you know that Alpha is the little one, and she has to do it because it's a respect thing, right? It's protection for her. This little girl, come here. This little girl here, if she didn't get her respect, then she loses a lot of control. Not only that, they'll step on her. Those guys are big. These guys are big. Where's he? This guy's big. If he steps on her, man, it's a problem. So she's even asserting her dominance right now. Look at that. She's like, Dad can pet me, but not you. Oh, look, look at that. They're all wired up. Woo. Hey, you better leave her alone. She gonna get you. She gonna get you. Okay, here, let me. Whoa. Woo. Hold on. Hey, hey, sit down. Sit down. Sit. I got to bring the big boy voice down. Hey, hold on. Hold on a second, guys. Get back. 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 I've never seen that, guys. That's actually new. She's in a mood here. Here, you can cut. All right, let you out. Did y'all see how she was just turned up, y'all? Um, they are turned up. I think it's gonna be one of them days today, guys. It's gonna be one of them days. Everybody is turned up. Here, let me show you. Let me get behind the camera again, guys. Oh, Lions, hey, have a good day, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. So I think what I did, I started off a whole thing of jealousy here. I think I started a whole thing of jealousy. Here, let's go get a toy. Enough of y'all's fun time. Here you go. Here you go. Here, take all your aggression out on this toy. We are at it today, y'all. Knock the camera down. Oh, okay. That's enough fun. All right, no problem, Lion. The Jack Russells are watching. But there's a lot to watch today, y'all. They are in rare form. Nick will travel. Blessings from watching from Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Ooh, awesome. I bet that's a beautiful spot. Fraudulent attack. Fraudulent detective. He didn't have any cookies. Should I crash out? Cash out on grandpa? Oh, what is this? Today is Hate on Missy Day. So I picked her up, and these guys went nuts. They decided to go nuts. They did not like that I picked her up. So now she's spending the morning saying, look, all right, you guys are going to respect me. So as an act of dominance, she's going to pee on top of the other one's pee. Wow. I was not expecting it, guys. I got to be honest with you. I was not expecting her to act out like that. That was crazy. Now they're kind of cooling off. They got all this energy. Sunday morning energy, guys. Look at that. Look at these dogs. And she's still at it. She wants more. She wants more. Oh, you know what? I think she's guarding this bone, y'all. She's claimed this bone as hers, and now she's guarding it. Okay, Missy, let me have it, so you don't have to guard it. There you go. You're free. You can do whatever you want now. You don't have to guard it. And now they're looking at me like you got the prize. Look at them. You've got the prize. Guess what? Y'all not getting the prize. Look, they're perfectly sitting down. They're like, we'll be nice. Nope, you're not getting this bow. Mm-mm. Kuromi lover, you're back. What's going on, buddy? Thank you, Nick, with travel. Chloe says, hi, Yariana. Hey, you see, Chloe, when you say Yariana, who exactly is that? Because I don't see a Yariana in the chat. But yeah, guys, for the most part, they did all that barking and stuff, but she's okay. She's fine. Nobody was hurt, which is good. That's the purpose of having that respect, keeping that respect. Even though she's small, she has to maintain that respect because it's a safety issue. Oh, okay, so y'all know each other. Chloe, you know Kuromi lover? Cool. And Juan's back. Juan got to see you. What's going on, y'all? So I tried, and maybe I'll go back in a minute. I'll try to go back to putting my phone on the stand so you guys can see me interact with them. Oh, look at today. Today is dominance. Today is all about dominance. She's acting out. My Rottweiler is in rare form. Yeah, so you saw that, Famita? That Roddy is just in rare form. You know, today's a perfect day for them to be acting out because it's wonderful weather. Look, there she goes, the dominance. Look at that dominance, y'all. And she is not letting it go either. Missy had to jump in on that one. She's causing a lot of the problems today, guys. The Rottweiler. He's being playful, like he normally is. Missy's trying to crowd control. And they better hope they don't get daddy involved. because I might have to put this camera down. Woo! She just came at him real quick. No, she's really guarding that bone, guys. So I put it behind the fence to try to get them to lose the interest in it, but she's just still guarding it even through the fence. Hey, Dash. Not very long. We just got started. Oh, you know what that means whenever the Cane Corso's off in the distance. We know exactly what that means, right? He's looking for a spot to do his business. Yep, there it goes. Leo, what's going on? Oh man. So guys, this stream started off with me kind of playing with them. I was in front of the camera a little bit, and then I decided to show off Missy. And what did I do that for? Oh man, the big dogs, they got super jealous. They hated it. They were like, "We're gonna bark at her. We're gonna make you put her down." They just went crazy. Daniel says, "Game over, game over." Yariana says, "Can they do tricks?" The little one can, but the big one's not so much. I just got 3 dogs. Duck is in the house. What's going on, Duck? Did you miss the action this morning, Duck, where I was in front of the camera and I picked up Missy, and these two went nuts. These two went nuts, Duck. It's going great, but my big dogs went nuts. And so for the last minute or so, Missy has been trying to put the whoop on them to remind them that she's alpha. She was mad too, y'all. I was holding her and she was like, she was going nuts. But for some reason, my Rottweiler has a lot of energy today. I don't know what's her deal. No, don't betray us. Exactly. No. There's always a cat in my backyard in the mornings. Cool. Like a house cat or a bobcat? Look at him. Look at him go, y'all. Normally, I would say this. My Rottweiler, she's been dealing with some like joint issues lately, and so oftentimes she's really not as active as she is today. So there are some days she's got like she's acting like a young dog, like she's a year old and just you know full of energy and vibrant, and today's one of them days. You got an Indonesian snack with you, Duck, house cat, cool. Yeah, so they find things to go crazy about, Chloe. You know, they see it like in our backyard, squirrels sometimes come up this tree here, and they love that. They love it. We have a they have a nest up there too, so I think they had little baby squirrels, and that drove them nuts to hear all that chattering and stuff going up there. But look at her, man! Look at her go! All that strength, all that energy. She's looking at me. Exactly. You see over there, she's waiting to go in and get some food. Duck. Y'all, look how strong that Cane Corso is, though. I mean, look at his body. That dude's got some muscles on him. Like that, the Rottweiler, she's got, in her mind, she's the biggest and baddest. There is nothing, no one can tell my Rottweiler different. She thinks she's the baddest, and she acts like it. Aaliyah, what's going on? Yo, what's up? But my Cane Corso is a lot stronger, and she just will not yield. Muscles. She got, he got them muscles. She just gave up. She's like, I give up. So now he comes to me and want me to do it. But now that I'm here, hey girl, you need to calm down. You almost bit my hand. Did y'all see that? Good gracious. Yes, you. You need to calm down. I don't play that. You know I don't play that. This kind of corpse is dragging me. Oh, I think that's the Cane Corso making noise now. Exactly. Woo, bad girl. Yeah, she almost got my hand, y'all. So that's the kind of thing she does. I have to make her, like if I'm giving them treats, man, I have to make her chill because she'll bite my hand. And I preface it, I'm like, girl, you better chill before you bite this treat. You better chill. And she'll take it nicely. SSSS says, hi, bro. I'm sorry, but which dog is which? I'm new. Oh, SSSS. My Rottweiler is Storm, and then the Cane Corso is Rain. So it's a female. So when I say she, I'm referring to her. He's the only male in the house. The little one over there is also a female. Duck says, I just started animation one frame in, and I already lost motivation. Oh, you're trying to branch out a little bit there, Duck. But you gotta have patience. Yariana has a Great Dane. Whew. So let me ask you the question: does your Great Dane do the same thing? Like, is she gentle, or is she like you gotta remind he or she, to be gentle with you? Nice dogs. Oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. Thank you for letting me know, Duck. I thought you guys could hear me. Oh, man. The whole time you couldn't hear me. Can you hear me now? Every time the Cane Corso jumps, sometimes my hand hits the mute button on the actual screen. I thought it was my microphones that were the problem, but it was the mute button. Oh man, all the problems today. All the problems. He's looking at my. Hey, don't you pee on my mic on my stand over here? He's like, it looks like something I could pee on. Don't bite it either. Go away. Well, now that I hit the mute button, maybe I can get this microphone to work again. Maybe, just maybe. Who knows? Maybe one thing can work. Look at them yellow eyes, guys. Those golden eyes. Storm, what are you into over there? What you got going over there, girl? She was eating grass, I think. Oh, she's got to do it number two. We'll let her do it, her business in peace. Aaliyah, you getting your hair did today? Oh, all right. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Yeah, I'm going to my dad's. Okay, going to the pops. Oh man, my slobber boy. Yeah, today she's acting out today, biting daddy while she's playing on the low key, getting in trouble with Missy. Speaking of Missy, where's she at? You know what she did, y'all? Missy went over there where I dropped off the bone and now is guarding it on the sofa couch over here. I don't know what it is with this bone today. She has claimed it, and no matter where I put this bone, she is guarding it. Missy, what is with you in this bone, girl? This bone is way too big for you. Yeah, it's too big for you. It's too big. There's no reason for you to have that big giant bone. No reason at all. You don't care? She don't care, y'all. Ah, you get to see those pit bulls. Here, let me give you some shade. How's that? Some privacy. You want some privacy? Hey, what's going on? Missy has it all. Missy has it all. Yeah, she wants it all. Definitely, she does. Aaliyah's getting a bull boxer pit today. Ooh, very cool. Yeah, so today we're just out. It's a great temperature to be out, and ooh, a merle. Yeah, that merle's a very desired color, expensive color too. I think when dogs have that merle coat, they charge a lot for them. Yeah, it's a perfect time to be out. We're just staring around in the backyard before we get our day started. Before earlier, we had a lot of excitement. I tried to get in front of the camera a little bit, and then and I was holding Missy, and then it kicked off a whole little jealousy fit. The big ones got upset, and they went into a barking fit. Missy was highly upset. It just kicked off a whole thing there. Chloe says, I used to have a bull terrier and a chihuahua. Leah says he's 9 months old. The Merle dog. Whew, he's got quick reflexes. You know, I can't really predict him as well as I can my Rottweiler. My Rottweiler usually gives me like a little bit of hint before she strikes, but he just kind of waits and randomly does it. I got a little bit of a hint on that one. Yes, first time live. Yay. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. Yeah, so I usually stream Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings is kind of when I stream right before wifey and I take off. So, oh, Duck, you're back. He's a majestic dog. Thank you. Yeah, look at how intent those eyes are. Super athletic. Like whenever he jumps, it's actually pretty impressive in person. Let me see if I can catch it from a distance. Go. Oh, he was not gonna jump for that. Oh, he dropped it down. He wants me to play with him. So he'll do that. He'll like he does fetch too occasionally. Like he'll actually go and then bring it back to you. And Missy's growling because she's still guarding. Rain is happy now. Yes, yes he is. He's happy now. Not her. She's over there. I had to get onto her. When you were live first, I was asleep. You were asleep. Yeah, I tried to start early because it's it gets hot around here if you don't start early enough. Thank goodness the temperatures are coming down. Duck says he's a majestic dog. These eyes look amazing. Those eyes look good, but all we know that behind that intimidating dog is a derby puppy who wants his pats and treats. Yeah, but also behind this dog is some danger. uh, if he gets territorial, and he doesn't see you high enough on the totem pole, it could be a dangerous situation. So um, they're sweet and they're loving. They're more than that too. And that's why a lot of people recommend not getting Cane Corso as their first dog because they do require some training and some work. So jump in first with maybe a Rottweiler before you jump into the Cane Corso. Yeah, that too. Basil. Yep. And that's how I am with my kids too, right? I like to be involved in their lives, be involved with the puppies, so they like hanging out with me. Andrew ACV, lagging but looks good. Keep it solid. Oh, is the internet working, guys, or am I getting a little glitchy? Might have to stay closer to the house if I'm getting too glitchy. Yeah. So then the nice thing about a Rottie, come here, Stormy, come here, baby. We gotta talk about you. The nice thing about Rottweilers is they are considered more family dog. They can be very, very affectionate to people in the family. And so family that's come over to the house, they know, ever since she's been a puppy, if they've been around her since that age, she loves them. But people that she don't really know, and again, that's kind of my fault for not really globally socializing her with everybody. But she's a wonderful pet. Like, treats family very, very, very nice. Except for whenever it's daddy playing with them and she bites my hand on accident. You know, they're great protective dogs of the family. Chloe says bye. See ya. Paws is back. What's going on? Basil has brown eyes. Yeah, she's full of love, right? Wee. They are going at it this morning. You got to bend your knees, everybody. Remember, look, see how he crashes? He crashed right into me. You may not have saw that, but I keep my knees bent because when they crash into you, man, they'll take your knee out. Luna. Yeah, so a lot of people have Rotties, you know. They're just great dogs. They're great dogs. So she's biting on his face, but not truly biting. Not like she's not like trying to take him out. Now she does get a little aggressive with it, and I stop her. So like that, when I feel like she's pulling too much, I always stop that. I'm not sure why they're all getting all look. See, more dominant stuff, and he's learning how to like get away from her swipes because she has some really nasty claws, y'all. So did y'all catch that jump? They're like, you stepped on me last night. So we're changing his food, y'all. Glad you keep them under control when they are playing aggressively. You know, I have to because I just I try to let them play to a point, you know, just so that they can get all the energy out. And most of that play is not, they're not doing it out of anger, like they're really trying to kill each other. It's they're just a little bit more big, so it looks more impressive. Now the other thing is it does turn into dominance every now and then. And that's when you see me kind of snap my fingers or grab a toy or whatever, because once it crosses over, because it can cross into a full-on fight, and they never really fight. She'll get a little animated, like she gets her feelings hurt, and then she will really, really go at him, and she'll sink her teeth into him. But if I'm out here when it happens, I try my best to try to stop it or make sure that they don't hurt themselves. But I do let them play. I do let them get a little more, you know, animated, for lack of a better term. At least as I had one bull boxer pit, but he passed away. His name was Ace. So y'all had a lot of cool names, Elia. Andrew ACV said for sure. Rough play. Yes, it's definitely rough play. But even in the rough play, whenever she grabs hold of his neck and starts pulling too long, that's when I kind of like, no, I don't really like that. You know, that is in her nature, man. And I don't know if all Rottweilers do that. Just go for the neck. But she goes for the neck every time. And he has such a high pain tolerance. That's the thing with him. He doesn't yell. He never cries or say, he just has such a high pain tolerance. You just don't know. So the reason why I know that it's a problem is I have to look at his neck, and he'll have like these little spots where she's kind of bit into him. So I try to minimize that. When they drag each other, yeah, exactly, Paul. So if you start seeing that they're pulling and they're starting to drag around, all right, that's too much. So that kind of behavior, I don't like that. But the dogs are gonna bite. They're gonna kind of latch on to each other, but they usually don't sink their teeth in you and like start, like that's when they really are serious. That we don't like. You still want to play? I got you. um, okay, have a good time at church. Catch you on the next one. Hope to see you soon. I'll send you a text, by the way. Here you go. You want to get it? 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 He does a double jump. Okay, you want to sit forward? Okay. Here you go. Oh no, you want to play? Pretty eyes, pretty brown eyes. Where's Samantha when you need her? Samantha is. We met her yesterday, and I think she works with some DJs, and she loves that 90 style music. So every time I make a 90s reference, she's got my back. She's like, she knows what that is. Got a great side slop. Oh, you got a goodbye. We'll give her some love. This is the goodbye. 12th man. My son has a Rottweiler, and all the neighbors are all afraid of her. Yeah. So if you're, do you think is the Rottweiler just barking and like a lot at him at the neighbors, or they're just afraid of big dogs in general? Roddy's here. Do you have a favorite child? No, they're both just, I don't know. She's my spirit animal. She has my heart. But I don't want to say that she's my favorite. And you have a Merrill American Pit Bull named Storm. Oh, wait, hey, Aaliyah, did you tell me that before? I want to say that I knew that you had a dog named Storm as well. I keep leaving because I have something to do. Duck, what are you doing? Are you working on some project or something? Are you trying to figure out how to do some graphics animation? Duck, they're on like the separate corners right now. They're like, we give up. She's a good dog. I think that they're just afraid of her bark, but always make big issues when she barks. Yeah, so 12th man, I get that too sometimes, and so I've been trying to work on my dogs as best as they can. I mean, dogs are going to be dogs, right? So you can't stop them from being a dog, but you can try to minimize when they're super sensitive to something. You can kind of reduce that behavior. So I've been working on that with my neighbor on this side. He seems to not appreciate, especially my Cane Corso. He's really aggressively barks at him when he's doing his yard. So we're putting plants up there. We put some barriers, and we try to make it where. And I'm just working on his behavior so that we can coexist. Where I want everybody happy because he has big dogs too, and his dogs don't necessarily come bark at me all that much. So trying to treat people with kindness. Andrew CV ACV says I'm fresh, so you crop this cutie. So yeah, that always comes up, Andrew. We talk about ears being cropped and tails being docked. You know, that's something more of a style thing. And a lot of people like that style for their Cane Corso. They even say that it's supposed to be that way, right? Like that's the signature of that breed is the cropped ears and the docked tails. And the same thing for like depending on the American versus German flavor of Rottweiler. The docked tails versus not docked. People just like those for a style of their dog. Now, my wife and I, we kind of come to the conclusion that we probably won't do that to her. If we can say before they're done, a lot of times the breeder does it before you get to them, and that's what happened in our case. Both of our dogs were done before we brought them home. We did have a chance to have input on the Rottweiler, but at the time we didn't think of anything of it. We thought, hey, that's what a Rottweiler should be like, right? So yeah, that comes up a lot on the channel, and Paul says, Cane Corsos have my heart. They're great dogs. McFlurry, oh, I missed your comment, McFlurry. Just want your opinion, all good. Yeah, I mean, so my opinion, so you got me? You understand what I'm saying? So I'll reiterate, my opinion is, after doing the research, it doesn't add much value to the dogs, just for style, it's probably not worth it. So in the future, I probably won't do it. Just doesn't make any sense in terms of the dog. Now I know that it makes him look cool and everything, and I do love his ears being cropped like that. He looks really cool, I think. But in terms of what does it do for the dog, not a lot. So why go through all that for the dog if it doesn't add value to the dog? How do you control the barking when the dog is overprotective of the owner? Yeah, so for me, it's desensitizing, and it all depends on the situation, right? And I have to admit, I'm actively working on that myself. So I don't profess to be, I'm not a trainer or a breeder at all, but I do know that when you correct dogs, they do learn from that. But it's all situational dependent, you know. Yeah, my stream yesterday, I was getting ready to do I was getting ready to do the long leash thing for the recall, because recall is important too when it comes to like when your dog runs out there to charge and bark at something. If they have a good recall, you can get them to come back before they start all the trouble. But if they're ignoring your recall, if when you call your dog and they ignore you and they keep running and barking, that's probably where you should start, is working with, hey, make sure your dog comes when you call them. So, if that's a factor where your neighbor's like, every time you call your dog, he doesn't budge, he just sits there and barks at me, that's where you can come in and start working on recall. And so recall can be just done with simple treats. You can have them sit and then you have them come to you. You can let them go away a little bit further, then call them back, with the treat. But you got to find something that they're motivated for, like if it's a toy or if it's a treat, whatever your dog responds to, you can use that to teach the lesson. All right. Paul says, I have a skill I do with my dogs. Do you want to know it? Yes, I do, Paul. Let me know. I only brought it up seeing the Roddy versus Corso, but hearing you, it wasn't a personal choice. Thank you for clarification. Yeah. No. It wasn't. It wasn't. And now that we've had the big dogs and we've had time to really think about it, we made our decision now based on just the ethics of it and our own personal ethics, not global ethics. You know what I mean? Just how we feel. But again, I would never criticize. There are so many professional people that are great with dogs, that love dogs, that in their minds it's fine to dock and crop. They don't see that it caused the dog, because this is not done in a time where they're adults and it's painful. This is done at a time where it's not painful for the dog. It's just a lot of trouble. And it is a surgery for the dog. So, not saying that they're in any pain never in the whole time, but you know and I haven't seen any real studies that show that like it causes poor outcomes when they're older. Like I never seen anything that says that they get more ear infections when they're a crop like that, or they're more susceptible to any. I've never seen anything like that, so I don't know that it causes any harm to the dog later on in their life. I mean, I don't think that the tails. Now I had a person that was on who worked on a farm, and they were really really critical of me too for having the tails docked, because from their perspective they're like, their dogs need their tails because they are outside a lot and there's a lot of bugs, there's a lot of flies, and there's a lot of and he has like sheep or something like that, and so the tails are required because it's protection for the dog, but it's also helps with their abilities to be more agile. So he was really, really critical, and I'm like, well, my dogs really aren't working dogs. We don't. The most work that we do is right there with that ball. So they don't. It's not a part of their job to have a tail or ears. That you know what I'm saying. So for us, it's not a detriment to the dogs, to our dogs, but to other people, they could see it differently. No, yeah, I appreciate it, Andrew, but it just comes up so much. Just Dreaming says, ever seen a rod with cropped ears? No, I have not. Is that a good look? But see, yeah, it comes up a lot, Andrew, and I appreciate you for saying that you're not being judgmental. But I've gotten so many people that come on and are really, really like call me terrible names for it. Like they're personally offended. Like they feel like it's their job to just like berate people for doing that. And I'm like, I don't think that's the right approach either. You don't have to berate people. There she goes with that Nick. Pit bulls have cropped ears. Storm, 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 storm. You are doing too much with that biting business, girl. Missy's over there still guarding y'all. Still guarding that bone. I don't know why all of a sudden that bone is the most important thing to her. Let's go check on Missy. Let's go check on Missy. See if she's surviving. Are you surviving, oh girl? Are you surviving? Oh, what? You're surviving? Huh? What's the matter? What's the matter? Huh? Oh, oh, oh. He's gonna come get him some water. He paused for a second. He must have saw something. Look at that slobber, guys. Every time he drinks water, that's what you can expect from a loose-lipped Cane Corso. Is drool upon drool upon drool. Oh, there was a bug in his water. That's why he looked at it. Let's knock your bowl. Paul says, didn't I just teach her brain? If you bark, I take you inside. Yeah, exactly. Is using switching up their behavior. Just Dreamer says, I've seen a couple rot online with cropped ears. The lighter brown inside of their ear makes it look like their ears were flipped inside out. Ooh, I've never seen that. Just Dreaming. Andrew ACV, that's horrible. Dog can be whatever, but you make it what it is. Looks like you got a couple keepers. Otherwise, we go take a walk. Hello. Yep. I mean, you got to do whatever your dog responds to. Obviously, you don't want to ever abuse your dog. That's never on the table. That's not how you train your dog. You don't abuse them. But, if they want to be outside and they can't be outside because their behavior is not right, hey, that's what you got to do, right? Time for you to go inside. It's like little kids, right? Like little children, when you mess up, you got to go in timeout. Sometimes we kennel like that. We try not to make their kennel a place for punishment because we want them to embrace their kennel and like being in there. And so, and for the most part, they're more happy to go in their kennels than to not go in their kennels. We try to reward them with treats. Oh, pause. You searched the Rottweilers with the cropped ears. Aaliyah says, how are the dogs and how are you doing? Oh, are you talking to me, Aaliyah, or somebody else? Dogs or kids? Pretty much, Andrew. Browdy, my dog is hanging around the next door neighbor. I'm scared he would get her pregnant when. Oh yeah, so Browdy, that's a concern, especially when dogs are in heat. Your dog smells it. It could be they'll make it their mission in life is to go over there and fulfill their wildest dreams. My dogs are terrible, but I live in the boonies. Oh, glory. One is very little, doesn't know it. Exactly, like her. She does not know that she's small. One is average size and likes to let people think he's a bad, but yep. It's like these dogs have their own personalities. I mean, Elia, you. Oh, who is that diva? This is the little diva. Little Missy. That's who this is, the diva. Yeah. Who is guarding this bone with her life right now. There's nothing more important to her right now than this big dog bone. That's not even her bone, but she took it from them. I just got 3 dogs. My Rottweiler is hanging out in the shade over there. It's starting to heat up a little bit as the sun comes up, and the shade started to move away from the from the yard. My big dog has a halo collar. It's the bee's knees. Is that one of those e-collars? Or is that, or is the halo, that's one of those collars with glow in the dark, right? We did? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Glory. Remind me what we talk about. That's right. You did come on before. I remember now. I'm getting old. My memory's not as work. It doesn't work as well as it used to. Yeah, 12th man. I think the shock collars are helpful if you use it the right way. Oh, the GPS. Now I remember. You're right. You're right. I remember now. There are GPS where you can set perimeters using constantly updated GPS images. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so now, but it doesn't deliver a shock, does it? Oh Glory, $600 a pop. It sounds expensive. Oh, it does deliver a shock. Yeah. So little Missy, when we first got her, we trained her with one of those perimeter collars. So we had to use the flags, like we put the flags up around, not this yard, this was back in Mississippi. Back in Mississippi. Reminded me of David Banner there. Yeah, yeah, and we didn't know how to use it very well. So my first time, my dog, I think I had it cranked up too high. But the first time she crossed that line, my dog jumped clear in the air, and I felt so bad. I was like, "Oh, my bad! It's too much electrical." So we didn't know. You know, you got to learn these things, right? But back in Mississippi, sop up some biscuits with bare hands. Uh, where's Samantha at? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so but yeah, you have to electrical college. You have to work. You have to do it the right way, you know, so you don't harm your dog. So if you do get one, please watch some professional trainers show you how to use that because you don't want to deliver a shock that's more than what that's required. You want to give just the right amount, and that takes a little bit of practice to get them to get to know where that level is. Just enough where they respond and do the behavior, not enough to just shock the living daylights out of your dog. You know what I mean? My small dog is 17 and my big dog is 1. Yeah, so those small dogs can live a lot longer. You know, you take care of them, you feed them the right stuff, they can live a lot longer than the bigger dogs. So I'm hoping that these guys live to be 10 plus. That's my hope. Oh, are y'all going to go to like a shelter earlier somewhere to feed some animals? Andrew AC said, take the collar, put on arm videos for sure. It's not abuse. Oh, put the collar on the arms. Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, there's some people just don't use the collars appropriately. They'll shock for everything. They over shock them, and it's just terrible to watch. Yeah, I know they could take it, but I'm just saying, oof, dude. You know, you don't want to give more than necessary. Is my opinion on that. I got you, Andrew. You were saying collar. I have to go. All right, pause. Thanks for hanging out. Storm. Pause says goodbye. Rain. Storm and rain. Oh, these guys, they're in the headspace now. Hey, hey. Let me put my foot in here. Watch out, guys. Pause said goodbye. Well, they're not gonna let me. So Massey Moo, this she's almost 4, and he's almost 2. Oh, like at a zoo. Yeah, you know the power that you wield whenever. Storm, stop licking him. Oh, the baby is she's 12, almost 13. Yeah, she's the old one. Yeah, no. So my point, oh glory, is that you know if a level 6 is enough to get the behavior to be to where you want it, then I don't think giving a 12 is appropriate. You know what I mean? If 6 gets the job done and it's perfectly working well, yeah, and I get your point. Your point being it's not supposed to be a pleasant. It's not supposed to be something positive, right? It's a form of negative feedback, right? There's positive feedback and there's negative feedback, and both are helpful when it comes to training your dog. You know, the negative is like the immediate stop doing what you're doing. The positive is reinforcing it. I'm gonna see how far she's gonna take this pull. So so you know you see all the biting that he does, but he never latches on. She's just going like this. He never really, because he's just having a blast. He's having fun. Now he's got the zoomies, and it's good. It's good for him to burn off calories like this and burn some energy. Look at that. Yeah, exactly, El Glory. If two gets it done, then use a two. You don't have to go more than what's than required. That's my point about being, abusing. Because some people are like, I'm gonna crank that thing up to 50, and you're like, why? Come on now, you just like shocking the heck out of your dog for no reason. Expectations should be set. Amen, brother. That is correct, Andrew. Aaliyah, I got my bull boxer pick. Cool. Andrew, play. Yep, it's playtime. So 12th man, a lot of people say, 8 to 10 years is where you get for your bigger dogs. Like my Rottweiler is probably going to live, if we treat her right, feed her good food, I'm sure she can be up to 10 years old. But I've heard Rottweilers living longer. Same thing for my Cane Corso. They are having a blast. And then of course the little one over there, she can live to be 16, 17 years old. She can be old. I don't want to think about that too much. It'll make me depressed. My big dog won't go to the road, but if I go to the mailbox, he walks through with shock. Doesn't care. But unless I'm there, he stays in the yard. He barks at the big bike riders. Yeah. So I always talk about the psychological versus the actual. So the psychological helps me out because, truth be told, this little fence right here, that doesn't stop my dogs. They can knock that down, jump over it, but it's the psychological restraint that keeps them in there when I close that gate. And honestly, truth to be told, it's the same with the gates over there. I was talking to my wife yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I really think I'm going to go ahead and put a big lock on those things because, if just by happen, one of the dogs that accidentally pushes right dead center of my gate, they could get out. But psychologically, right now they're cool. They don't see themselves getting out of that gate, and usually I don't think I've left the gate wide open on accident, and they never left the backyard. The big ones don't. Now my little one, she's an adventurer. She'll go all in the neighborhood. That's good. Whenever your dogs can hang out together and be sweet without causing causing problems. Chloe's back. What's going on, Chloe? Hip issues, unfortunately, or they be rocks. Love some big dogs. Yeah, they do have hit. Yvette's back. What's going on, Yvette? Thank you for your comments on my shorts, by the way, Yvette. I really appreciate that. It actually helps out a lot to have people comment on those shorts. They get promoted more because the algorithm is so weird. So I just thank you, Yvette, for doing that. Chloe says, "Hey, Yvette, my other dog named Killa." Aaliyah, how many dogs do you have or have had, girl? You remember all their names. Do your dog swim pool? Yes. 12th man, this dog right here is a absolute swimmer. This dog here will take over this pool in a heartbeat. I've had to put talking about boundaries earlier with Andrew, but we had to put boundaries with these guys, mainly her, because he'll only thing he'll do is he'll come right here on this ledge. It's shallow here, and he'll put his foot down there, but he doesn't like swimming, in the pool like she does. So he's really, oftentimes he's really no problem. It's only her. And with those nails, she'll swim right to you and just scratch you up. And she doesn't like to swim by herself. She wants to come right where you are and just swim all around and swiping everybody and kicking everybody out of the pool. So I'll make them wait and before like the family swims first. We get our feel out, and then we'll invite the dogs for the last ending, at the end, and they can hang out and play too. But at the beginning of it, nope, family first, then they get in later. My little dog goes all the way to the road. Luckily for him, he's cute, so people slow down and don't dart. Yeah, so little dogs get privilege, y'all. There's a such thing as little dog privilege. Pool be nice later, and big dog life getting better and better. You ducking his old went. No, it's yeah, they get a lot of exercise doing that. But my thing is, I'm not gonna have my family kicked out of the pool so that my dog can have a great time. I didn't spend, dare I say, on camera $90,000 for this pool, just for her to, it's family first, then the dogs next. Kind of ashamed to say that, actually, that I spent that much. Yvette says he sounded like a lion when they have a tiff in the video. Yeah, that's the thing. One of my videos, I've got one video that's like 7 million views, and which I'm very, very thankful to have, because I wasn't not expecting a video to reach that level of success. But everyone comments about, you dared. I know, Andrew, I dared. That's not a flex, guys. I'm not flexing. Don't. That's probably more me scratching my head saying, why did I do that to myself? We have fun. That's why. YOLO. Uh, but anyway, that video, Yvette, they just they love because of the way he sounds. Now, I did do one recently, Yvette. I think that may be the one you're referring to, when he was barking in our bedroom over there. Yeah, I'm hoping that one catches on. But the one I was referring to was one I done 8 months ago, 7 months ago. That one turned viral like after a few months of it being up, and everyone could play, comments on his voice or his growl or whatever. Uh, it's a nice pool. Thank you, Old Glory. It's a nice pool, but it is a pain sometimes because it's it's one of those bio design pools where you can even see right now. I've got to do some work with this algae. It grows into the walls because it's not a concrete, so the water goes into the wall. See how it goes into the wall? Well, the algae does the same thing. It goes deeper into the wall, what makes it harder to keep clean. So that's not the funnest thing. Just Dream In says, dang, I consider my dogs family. Yes, I do too. I do too. But I'm just saying, my dogs, she has claws, and when she takes over the pool, it's not fun anymore. So she takes all the fun out of being in the pool. But they're family with boundaries, with tight boundaries. I have Pup, Jayco Killer, Basil Doc, Dakota, Breaker, Oakland, Drake, Storm, and that's all of them. Good gosh, you got a dog farm. Yeah, I hear you, Andrew. We're on the same page. Magic the Mastiff. Ooh, it sounds like you have what I have, one of these big guys. I love talking to other people with Connie Corsos and Rottweilers. I mean, that makes it like a community. You know what I'm saying? Like we have on like a kind of a social club. Sharing in the woes and sharing in the positives. I'm a part of a couple Facebook groups too. I'm not on there a lot, but it's good to share ideas because usually we have similar problems. Brownie says, I'm learning Spanish. Aprendando el español porque mi perro no hablas en inglés. Yvette, where's little Missy Boss? I think she's still over there guarding that bone. We can go check on her. Yeah, want to go check on Missy? Let's go. Let's go, guys. She is like, don't mess with my bone. Yeah, on my dog and a Roomba pup upstairs because she's not allowed upstairs. Yeah, setting them boundaries, man. Set them boundaries. Just like Missy. That's what Missy's actively doing. She's setting boundaries. She's saying, you guys are not allowed to be close to my bone. La princesa. Storm's like, don't try your luck. Ooh, she almost got my foot. She tried to sit on my foot. She turned her back. Oh, you got all your dogs in your room. Oh man, that's got to be. Hey, make sure, Aaliyah, that you keep your door open because they put out a lot of carbon dioxide. I was watching a show. I was watching Diary of a CEO. He's my favorite podcaster, and he had someone on. She's something else. He was talking about that dogs produce a lot of carbon dioxide, and you know how carbon dioxide is for us as humans. When you exercise, you produce a lot of carbon dioxide, and it produces kind of a stress response, right? Because you're exercising, you have increased cortisol level, so it's a little bit of a stress response. But artificially, if you have a bunch of dogs in one room and the door closed, they're producing a lot of carbon dioxide in that room. And if you don't have good ventilation, your body is sensing all that carbon dioxide. So you produce somewhat of like a little bit of a stress response, and it's not necessarily good for you when you're sleeping to be in a stressful state, right? So I don't know if I don't have not seen studies that prove any of what he says, but it sounds absolutely believable. So I do not. Whenever we have both, and these two sleep in. Actually, all the dogs sleep in our room as well. She's kind of a wanderer. She'll sometimes sleep with us, sometimes she doesn't. But her for sure, and him for sure. He likes to patrol, but we keep our bedroom door wide open. There's a lot of airflow, so we just. Besides that, they also let out some massive farts. So if you want them to blow you out of the water, you might want to keep some ventilation flowing in your room. There's my big girl. There she is. There she is. My baby. There's my baby. Tamara, Sigma joint, Sigma jaw dog. Tamara, is that English or is that just a phrase I'm unaware of? Yeah, definitely keep your door open, or at least have some ventilation. You can have a window or something just so you don't have too much carbon dioxide build up in your room. Roblox boy says, "I love Rottweilers. They're so cute." Cool. I got a cute one here. Look at that. Look at that girl. Girl. This reminds me of my video that I posted. I think Yvette may have seen that. It was called the "What You Looking At" video. Is that the one you comment on, Yvette? You commented on a couple of them. So um, the one that was "What You Looking At," that was a song that I wrote, by the way, guys. I went behind the keyboard and put my voice box on, or my I'm sorry, what am I calling it? Voice box. It's not a voice box. It's talk box. Oh my god. And okay, so yeah, so I did this little quick little 15-second song. I'm looking at you. I don't know. And I did the whole 90s whisper, what you looking at? Just dreaming. Oh, you could just tell they're all happy, comfortable in their home. They are. Kudos to you, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I try to, we put a lot into this property. Like I said, all this grass here, that's all, me trying to make it more. And I know it doesn't look that great to you guys. And I've got videos where when this is all, like in the beginning of spring, where this is all thick and lusciously green, it's great for my dogs to run around in. You know, it's, but it costs a lot to do that, guys, because topsoil and sod is not cheap. It is not cheap. So, yeah, we try. We do. We try to make sure they are, got comfortable places to chill and always have plenty of toys. We keep a mountain. This is our toy graveyard here. Just so whatever they want to play with, they have it. And it's the same for inside the house. They have a couple toy banks in the house, in several places they can, you know, hang out. Yeah. So we try our best to make sure that they're not lacking. How much did you pay for your Connie Corso? In the thousands. We still got a great deal, I think. But yeah, it was like 2,500, something like that. We paid, so we got a good deal. And then, of course, we had to drive to South California. We had to do a lot. But really and truly, I will say that Raymond, I think the full cost of him is not the upfront cost. It's the daily cost, because his food. We were looking at that yesterday because we are trying to explore a little bit with his diet, try to change him up a little bit, and like the food that we buy him now, the Royal Canine, that's the kibble. That's about $90 a bag, and that lasts about through 2.5, 3 weeks. So imagine spending anywhere, and that's just the kibble because we use other product. We use the soft food to go with it, the treats. So I would say probably about $120 a month that we spend just for him on food and treats and snacks and stuff like that. Same for her. So you can imagine how over the life of the dog, you're spending a lot more on the upkeep. So just dreaming. I love how all they all respect each other's faces. Yeah, and I'm having to walk around in circles just to keep them on the film. Once the young learns the play limits a little more, they'll be perfect dynamic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm hoping. Yeah, exactly. So I think when he hits 3 years old, I think it's gonna be a real chill place around here. Imagine another kid. I'm done having kids. Yeah, Ramon, it's expensive. I actually had a person, one of my subscribers, he said that he asked me to kind of do a breakdown, and I started mentally doing the math, and I got so depressed by doing the math on how much we spend on our dogs that I got scared. I was like, you know what? I don't even know if I want to do a video like that because I just don't want to see how much I actually spend on these little whippersnappers every year. I mean, it's crazy. Or every month. You know, we since we work, my wife and I both work all day. We hire a vet tech, previous vet tech person who does dog sitting, and she comes in and twice a day on most days, and checks on them, make sure they're healthy, and make sure they run, exercise, make sure no one's having any problems, and you can imagine how much that costs. I mean, she charges per visit, so twice a day for 5 days a week. Yeah, do the math on that, right? Probably, I think she charges, and she's giving us a great deal because we have 3 dogs. What is it? I forgot what the per visit. Like I said, I'm basically burying my head in the sand on the dollar figure. Valer- Valerie Ava says I have 5 dogs and the cost of dog food is ridiculous. Exactly. So yeah, so we went to Tractor Supply store yesterday and we saw a couple brands. I don't know. Have you guys had any Retriever brand? I think the Retriever brand was a lot cheaper, and we thought about just testing it out and see how they respond. And we're always looking at the protein percentage. That's kind of the main thing. That's what my wife is really big on. She's really big on make sure that there's a high, up in the, at least more than 12%. I think she wants up to 20% protein, right? So she wants that. Hey, Pamela, what's going on? Yeah, Pamela, we've already had our fun. Eagles boy, what's up? Yeah, we've had a lot of fun this morning. Had a lot of excitement. You have to go back and check out the beginning where where I picked up Missy, and these guys went nuts. So y'all have to check that out, Pamela. But so if have y'all heard of that Retriever brand? It's a little bit cheaper. We thought about trying it out, just because the cost for that was like for a 50-pound bag. I think it was only like $30, which is a fraction of what we pay right now, right? I say a fraction, but a third of what we pay right now for his food. So that would actually save some money. But the problem is I don't want to give my dog low quality food. These guys are some big dogs, and they need to have high quality food. So we're testing it out. We'll let you guys know. Yeah, yeah, it's not such a bad price. So we'll let you know how it goes if we switch over. And they have, of course, Tractor Supply has a blend that they make that's with their company brand, I guess. And so we thought about maybe even trying that as well. And then Science Diet probably last. Again, the protein content has to be high enough. Pamela says, I sure will. My 2 girls are jealous of each other. Elia, I know what dog breed Missy is. Oh, well, tell us. Ramon, what are the training methods for Cane Corso? So, Ramon, training methods are the same for all my dogs. Cane Corsos are fairly intelligent dogs, so they will pick up on it. My Rottweiler was pretty smart too, but Cane Corsos are pretty smart dogs, so they will. Now they're a little bit stubborn, I guess. At least mine is stubborn, and but he's very trainable. My Rottweiler's trained as well. To the degree that we want her to be trained. I'm not sitting out here every day doing like drills and making them go over hoops and go through tunnels and stuff. So they're not trained like that because they just don't have the time for that. But it's fun stuff. It's just I don't have the time for it. She's a Beagle Pug mix. That sounds about right, Elia. You're still looking for your pup. Wait, Yvette, did your pup get lost? Did I miss that? Or are you just looking to buy one? Yeah, Andrew, you said talking about my kids. I don't know, my kids. We did think about my son maybe taking Missy one time, but we're not that old. Andrew, we're not ready to hand over to our kids yet. Yeah, so just dreaming. I'm going back and reading your comment about him. Yeah, being younger and him kind of pushing his boundaries with her, going through that teenage phase. That makes sense. He's just still young, and that's why I'm waiting for him to turn 3. So hopefully everybody chills out. No, oh, you're adopting. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, because yeah, Yvette, you're looking to get a an emotional support dog, right? That's right. We were talking about that yesterday. Ramont has a miniature schnauzer. He's very stubborn. I didn't know that schnauzers were that stubborn. Grandma was one of them. Valerie, consistency is the key to training. That you, that's you. I couldn't have said it any better, Valerie. That is absolutely correct. The thing about the dogs, you can't train them one day and then expect it to last forever. It's an ongoing for the rest of their life type thing. Socialization. That's why this girl is not completely socialized right now to strangers because we just didn't keep it up. At one time she was. When she was a puppy, we did a lot of socialization stuff with her. It wasn't until she got parvo and she became to be, she was quarantined a lot that we kind of lost the habit. And when we stopped socializing her, she closed. It was like a window where it just closed, and only the people that she knew is her family, and everyone else is an enemy. I don't know what they think. I think they're just Pamela. I think they're just like listening to me talk. They're used to me talking a lot, so they're doing their own business right here. Like Missy's over here still on her post guarding that bone. For some reason that's her mission. The all day has been to guard that bone. He's doing his, kicking up dirt, making sure everybody's on their p's and q's, and she's hothead over here. Ramont says, yes, sir. So it must be some stubborn dogs out there. Yeah, but he is fairly easy to, fairly easy. I don't know if I should say that because what's easy, right? What is easy? And I think Valerie said it best. Consistency. Stay with it. Keep doing it, and they'll learn the behavior. It takes the time that it takes. Bama says we rescued and adopted our Yorkie, and she's been the greatest dog I've ever had. Adoption is good. I pray you connect with the right one for yes. I hope so too. I hope Yvette gets the right one she needs. And Pamela, you're absolutely right. This girl has to run the show. That is her job. Hey, big boy, what are you doing behind me? Look at him behind me. Yeah, rescuing a dog. I admire people who are able to rescue their dogs. It's cheaper that way, and the dog, has a chance to have a quality life that they wouldn't have had otherwise. I think in our case, we were more along the lines we were trying to have predictability with our family. We still had kids, and so we wanted to make sure that whatever dog we brought home at least had a reputation for being family friendly. That's why we started off with Rottweilers first because we knew that they were considered family friendly dogs. We had her, it's like I said earlier, small dog privilege, right? So little Missy, we got her. Um, we didn't get her from our breeder. I forgot where we got her from, but we were in Mississippi at the time, and so she just turned out to be just a wonderful family dog. Um, but she has a little dog privilege, of course. But we trained her. We made sure that she wasn't, a brat. Because even the little dogs, guys, even though they have little dog privilege, they can be terrible too. They can be absolute terrors. And so we put a lot of time training her. Let me sit over here so you guys can see the Rottweiler from here. But we spent a lot of time training her, like especially when it's time to eat. We made sure that she respected our boundaries, so that she wasn't begging for our dinner food, and you know, yeah, Ramon, I have two kids. One's fully grown, so he's not really a kid anymore. Puppy Basil is laying on my legs in my bed. Oh, Ramon says you have to. Yeah, Yvette says Missy is ornery. You're ornery, girl. I can tell. Missy, Yvette said you're ornery. Is that true? I think so. I think her reaction just explained. She looked from behind and said, "Yeah, I'm ornery." Oh, what are those big guys doing over there? Yeah, no, we had to work because I don't really like dogs begging at the when the family's eating dinner at the table, the dogs have to go back. They've got to go back. And usually I reward them for if they don't come to the table and they just stay away. I'll usually give them like a little morsel, maybe a piece of meat when we're done, just to reinforce that behavior. Like, hey, thank y'all for I paid my dogs. Look at that look back. Yeah, Andrew, this is all my opinions as a non-professional, non-breeder, non-trainer kind of guy. So definitely cross-check whatever you disagree with. And the internet's a big place, and there's a lot of books that you can pick up. But I do know that there's some things that I feel that are very strongly about. Like boundaries is one of those things. So professional or not, I do think if you don't have set boundaries with your dog, you're setting yourself up for failure. And the bigger the dog is, the more of a failure you're going to be experiencing. Also, don't release the dogs to the kids. Just saying, feeding good for resource guarding and give kids some responsibility. Obviously, you know it. Oh, yeah, no, no. So having great. Oh, okay, that's awesome. So just maybe even add more to what you're saying, Andrew. My all my kids were involved with that because what's my no? Oh, I don't know. Did I say it? Sometimes I say no as a like no. Let me finish what I'm saying, kind of thing. But my kids have all been involved with the care and responsibility of the dogs because if you don't, I mean, the kids have to. These dogs have to respect your kids too. And so if they don't see your kids as being alpha leaders in your house, then you can have a problem there. So my daughter is definitely a alpha leader to my kids. So they have to. So you have to teach them that. If not, if the dog starts seeing your kids as being less lower on the totem pole than they are, then they can terrorize or bite your kids. So it's not just me, the only person in the house that works with my dogs. My wife has to have that control, has to have that position in their minds, and my kids have to. So yeah, they definitely have responsibilities when it comes to the dogs. Oh, what did 12th man say? I missed what he said. My son's dog was a rescue. She had been tied to it. Oh, for 2 weeks. Just moved and left her there. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, that is horrible. Some people just absolutely do not respect life. That's absolutely horrible. Basil loves people. He plays with my bigger dogs. Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. You got to have that pack. If you want your house to be a you know, normal flowing, good environment. You don't want to walk in and your dogs have your kids pinned to a corner, getting ready to bite them. you know, you don't want that to happen. Everybody has to take part in leadership in this house, and I think that's good. I mean, it's good for us as humans to learn leadership skills. And it's good for the kids to learn that. Because you can tell the difference when people come around and not used to being leaders. You can tell, you know. Um, and unfortunately, with a big dog like this, if they sense that you're not a leader, they will they will use that, you know. Like even now, if I don't want him to have that behavior, I let him know, look, you're not going to do that to me. And there's always this kind of this feedback. He keeps sniffing my tripod over here because I think he wants to pee on it. Hey, did you pee on my tripod? Valerie says, yes, I agree. The dogs need to understand that their place in the family pack. Absolutely. It has to be established early on. Absolutely. Day one, we bring them home and we're already establishing those boundaries. Of course, so he'll, but you got it. Thank you, Andrew. Uh, Raymond's laughing. For sure. They need to go to jail. Yeah, yeah, for doing that. I mean, that's animal cruelty, right, Yvette? You just don't tie up your dog outside. You know, that's the thing. You get these people, man, they don't think about what it takes to have ownership of it. They just want that look. It's just the same thing with, I think a lot of people accuse me of like these ears being cropped and the tails being dyed. They think I'm just a superficial kind of person, like, oh, you just want to mutilate dogs. And I'm like, no, that's not the case at all. Because there are people like that. There are people that, you know, just only in it for having a pit bull. Look, I got the biggest, baddest dog ever, you know, and they're not interested in taking care of their dogs. You know, they're not interested in providing the right kind of food. They're not interested in making sure their environment is safe. You know, the first thing we did when we moved to this house, because when we moved here, the only thing here was this house. That was it. None of this stuff right here, right? The house and the septic tank. But the first thing we did was put up a temporary fence. I went and got some T-posts and those cattle panels, and around here I created a yard for my dog. You know, and it stopped right here. So that my Rottweilers, at the time I had two of them, they could come out here, do their business, and they were safe. And then as soon as we could get a contractor build a fence, we built a large fence over the entire backyard, you know, just so our dogs had room to to exist and play and not get into trouble and not cause any harm, because we knew we had Rottweilers and people they get scared of big dogs, you know. So we put in that time, we put in that money, we put the investment in up front for the safety of our dogs, you know, not just because we want to be, you know, vain and, oh, we got a fence, look how much we spent on the fence. No, we were trying to make sure that our dogs were safe and had a wonderful place to live. Not tied to the tree, but where they could actually roam around and be safe. They need, yeah, exactly, Yvette. They need room to roam. So now, not saying that you can't, like, there are people who have Rottweilers or Connie Corsos and they live in apartments, but you have to take them out and go somewhere, though. If you don't have a backyard like this, you have to take them out. You got to walk them. You got to compensate for what you have or what you don't have, you know? Yeah, I hate seeing them tied up to trees, chained up to, because there's so many things can happen, could go wrong. I mean, it's like you're just neglecting your dog. If you're not ready for a dog, you know, just don't get a dog, you know? People say, well, I want protection. I want all that. Well, if they come, great. These dogs are great for protection, but they have lives, okay? They can't be, you just don't buy them and use them for protection and not feed them proper food or give them water, have access to water, you know, because they can easily dehydrate in this heat. So if you want them for protection, that's good, but you gotta eat you know, as my parents would say, eat the whole roll, you know? You got to take on the full responsibility of taking care of that dog. The dog is doing you a job, and you're not paying him. You're not paying him by being respectful to them. Yeah, that's not cool. Yeah, yeah. Get a horse. Oh man, get you a horse. There is a horse back there, but well, you know, I haven't seen the horse in a while. Usually there's a horse in that field back here. I wonder what happened to that horse. Huh. You get the sneezies, buddy? You get the sneezies? Ooh, I can see this is the aftermath from today's activities. He's got a little spot where she must have been gnawing on him. Stretchy. Yeah, he loves to wallow around on his back. Not that horse. Had to take Aaliyah had to take the puppy outside. Correct, Pamela. That is absolutely what you have to do. You know, that if that's the one message I can get out on this channel is understanding that you can love your dogs, you can protect your dogs, you can take care of them, you treat them like family, up until the point that you also need to realize that you need to maintain that alpha position, because actually that is a protection for them as well. If they don't respect you as alpha and they decide they're just gonna bite this electrical cord because they can, or they're gonna pull this out of out of the wall socket, or they're gonna do this because hey, I'm alpha, I do whatever I want, and they don't respect you, then you know they can cause injury. So it's actually a protection for them, for you to maintain that alpha status, because you know better than they do. When you tell them not to run out in the middle of the street, it's for their own safety, right? So they got to listen to you. So Valerie, he's going to be 2. She's going to be 4 and 13 years old. I noticed that you changed it, Aaliyah. Yeah, I think he does. He heard something in the distance. So way in the distance back there is a farm or something. They've got chickens and stuff like that. So he may be hearing like the chickens cackling. So Andrew says, King of 88, hello big boys. I'm out keep it real. You should start thinking about doing more, or I have to watch more. Thank you for the takes. Oh yeah, you're just saying everybody's kind of chill right now. Yeah, sometimes it just kicks up and then it goes down. You know, sometimes we're out here, they'll run after a ball or whatever, but sometimes it's just chill. We just have a conversation. So yeah, no worries. If you have to take off, we'll be here, chilling it out. But yeah, so it's like he doesn't even really want to play too much right now. Oh, nice. Yeah, she's over here chewing on her nice little bone. Her this is one of those, is that Nyla bones, whatever. I think that's what that is. Lasts a while. So yeah, we have a mixture of toys that last a long time, where they can chew on it, chew on it, chew on it, and then we have stuff that they can actually. He keeps on sniffing my tripod. I normally don't have it out here. That's why he's like, "What is this thing?" But yeah, we have a combination of things that they can tear up, because they love to tear things up, especially take out these little squeakers. So they have a lot of fun just taking a squeaker out, and then we have stuff that they can chew on for a while. Oh yeah, thanks, Andrew. I appreciate you. I didn't quite understand what you were saying. But yeah, this is their normal cycle. They're up, then they're down, then they're chilling, then they're doing this number, being cute and waddling around. Oh man. And then of course Missy's, once that bone was over there, she has not budged. So honestly, I think I'm gonna have to just take the bone inside the house and bury it into the toy box or something. Oh, thanks, 12th man. I appreciate you for subscribing. Yeah, have a good day. Yeah, I'm with you, 12th man. I'm gonna have to get ready to get going too. What a shot! That was so cute. I know, Pamela. So every now and then, if I catch a good one, I try to make a clip out of it or try to make a short video. And sometimes I miss them. I miss some good shots. So thanks for pointing that out. I'll see what I can do. I may make a clip out of it. All the dogs went downstairs on you, Aaliyah. Aaliyah's all about the dogs, y'all. She's got like, how many you have? Like 8 dogs, and she's watching dogs on television. So she's all about the dogs. Oh man. So yeah, I do appreciate everybody's support. Thank y'all for tuning in this morning with me. Thanks for this whole weekend. We've had a lot of fun. Yesterday on Saturday we had fun. Today, a lot of good conversation. A lot of amens and a lot of good ideas are shared. So I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. The weather is so beautiful. It'd be nice to be sitting somewhere drinking some coffee with wifey. So I'm gonna go put these guys inside and get them some. Yeah, no problem, Valerie. I'm gonna go get them some food because they really hadn't had breakfast yet. So they're gonna get their food, some water. They'll probably lounge around till we get back from breakfast. And you're off to church. Yeah, I had a couple people had to go to church. So y'all enjoy y'all service and enjoy your day. And do your dogs like the rain? Uh, Chloe, not really. They're okay with the thunder. The 2 big ones are okay with the sounds. She's not. She hates the sound. She hates the lightning and the thunder. But anyway, yes. So y'all have a wonderful day. I'm gonna let everybody say your goodbyes because I think I missed some goodbyes last stream. I cut it off too quickly, so I try to give people time to say goodbye and before we see you guys again on the next stream. But hug the doggos for me. All right, here you go. This is from Pam. There's some love. Let me give the Rottweiler some hugs for you. Come here, big girl. Well, she's like, thank you for the hugs, but I'm also trying to guard my toy here. Oh, thank you, Valerie, for subbing. I appreciate you. And let's go give Missy some love real quick. He wants more love. So I always put when he jumps and I don't want him to do that, I put my hand in his face, and that keeps him from jumping on me. All right, Missy, you want to say goodbye to everybody? You want to give some hugs and kisses? Oh, I know. I brought the Connie Corso. Here's a hug for everybody. Say goodbye. Woo! I guess this is the royal goodbye. Everybody fighting. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna take these boogers in and get them fed. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the thumbs up and thanks for the subscribe.